Hey guys, and welcome to Aussie Reviews. Well, today I'm checking out the Schmidt & Bender Zenith 1.5 to 6x42 rifle scope. Now, I've had this rifle scope for some time, guys, but I've thrown it all back in the box just to show you what comes with it, and we'll do the unboxing now. The same as most Schmidt & Benders, they come wrapped up in cardboard. Grab the other couple of items out of the box here. So basically what we've got here is we've got the scope. Just comes standard with the scope covers there. And we've got the manual and warranty information. So as you can see, guys, it's a pretty compact scope. It's only 31 centimeters in overall length, or 12.2 inches. Now, it does weigh a little bit, 610 grams, okay, or 21 ounces. It's in a matte black finish. That's the only option that you can get in the Zenith line at the time of doing this review anyway. And you can see the main tube, a bit thicker here. It's 30 mil, so it's not your typical 1 inch. Now, I've got the illuminated flash .7 reticle. Okay, it's available in both non-illuminated and illuminated reticles. There's a whole heap of different range, guys. Basically, in the non-illuminated, you have the A1, A4, A7 and A9 reticles. And in the illuminated reticles, they call it the flash dot. So you have flash .1, flash .4, flash .7 and flash .9. Now, the magnification of this is just simply 1.5 to 6. Okay, so it's not a heap, and a lot of people think, well, geez, I need more magnification. But one mistake people often make, and especially new shooters, and I get a lot of emails about this, is what magnification should they go for on a scope. Now look, if you're using a firearm for hunting and you go out there and you've got it set on 16 power or something, similar to that, I'm telling you now, once you start shooting at game and they're on the move especially, you're going to be winding that scope back real quick to about 6, 7 power. So that's why I like this particular optic, because it gives you the 1.5 where basically you can use it just like a normal red dot up nice and close, and then you can extend it out to 6 for quite accurate shots out to 200 yards, no problem at all. So the scope is just rated, like most Schmidt & Benders, for heavy magnum calibers. You do have a really generous eye relief of 9 centimeters or 3.5 inches. Now, it does have the Posicon system, which is a graphical indication of the reticle position and the remaining travel within the scope. Okay, so as you can see here, I'll bring it up to the camera here for you. Okay, you can see there's a little indicator. Okay, looks like a little clock basically, and it's starting to get to the fringe of the red, which means there's not much travel left where the setting is currently. Now, being an illuminated reticle, there is 11 settings to the illumination. Pretty straightforward. Just on the side here, all you do is you just turn, okay, and it just goes through different brightness settings. So honestly, it doesn't matter, guys, whether you're using this first thing in the morning, in the evening, or in the middle of the day on a very sunny day. You can have it set to a brightness that you'll pick up easily with your eye. Now, to run that, they run off a CR2032 3-volt battery. Okay, really straightforward. You can get them virtually anywhere here in Australia. And honestly, I haven't needed to replace mine as yet. They do say that on the brightest setting, so on setting 11, it will last for 100 hours. So I mean, look, that's pretty good. Now, the reticle, guys, is in the first focal plane too, okay? So in other words, it changes the size with the magnification. So it doesn't stay the same size like the Schmidt & Bender Summit does. This is completely different, okay? So it will actually change. But I will show you that, later in this review, naturally. Now, the adjustments are 1 click equals 1 centimeter at 100 meters. Now, the parallax setting is at 100 meters also. Now, regardless of how much I read the manual, went through looking at different websites and stuff, guys, I could not find the elevation and windage range, okay, like the total amount of adjustment that you have. So look, all I can say is after having this for a couple of years, I've never had any problem with the scope, and I actually own 2 of these scopes. I've got one on my Anschutz 2D3 as well. Now the lenses are multi-coated lenses, guys. They're fog-proof, shock-proof, waterproof to 10 feet, so you know, no matter what the conditions you're in, it's going to work. I mean, from memory, they do rate it down to like minus 55 degrees Celsius and also up to plus 70 degrees Celsius. So, you know, I mean, virtually any condition with temperature that you could find here on planet Earth, this scope will work. Okay, so being made in Germany, Schmidt & Bender offer a 10-year warranty. It's about $2,500 here in Australia, okay? That's the recommended retail price. And they are imported by Safari Firearms. They do have resellers though, guys, in different states and territories. Just have to look at your local dealer and just see if they can get one in for you. Now, on the topic of price, guys, I will mention it just like I did when I reviewed the Schmidt & Bender Summit rifle scope. If you want to import one of these directly and you want to bypass the Australian distributors, you know, do so at your own risk, because you're not going to be covered by the Australian warranty. Now, when you have a look at the exchange rate and then also the shipping and then your import tax, honestly, maybe you might save $100 to $200. So when you're looking at investing, you know, a couple of $1,000s into a scope, you need to make the decision whether saving that $100 or $200 is worth not having the Australian warranty. But I'll leave that up to you. All right, guys, so let's get this mounted. I'm going to get it back on the Anschutz 1710-22, where it's been for a couple of years, and we'll get out on the farm, run some tests, and give you a look through this scope. Okay, guys, so we're looking at 350 yards away here on the property. Now, I've ranged this. Now, it's light, it's morning on the farm here, but we don't even have the sun up yet. So the idea behind this test is just to show you under the trees and just basically the shadows. You know, like you look around and, I mean, looking through my iPhone here, I can actually make out different branches, you know, the bits of the blades of grass, shrubs, all that sort of thing. So, I mean, look, that's how much light that this Schmidt & Bender scope picks up. So what I'll do here, guys, is go through the magnification range so you can just see what that first focal plane looks like. Now, we're winding back from 6 power back to 1.5. And as you can see, the actual reticle shrinks with the magnification. Now what I'll do too is, let's put it up a little bit, because you can see it comes back that far. At the bottom of the screen here, it's actually picked up the front side on my Anschutz rifle. So we'll put it up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by magnification again. And what I'll do is I'm just actually going to run through the illumination with you. So, okay, it's early morning, so this should pick up pretty quickly. Okay, so it's still bright enough where you're not going to see setting 1. There's setting 2, setting 3, setting 4, setting 5. See, still not picked up. So this is obviously ideal for, you know, pitch black of a night time. Setting 6. Setting 7. Okay, so 7 started to really pick up. Okay, we'll go to setting 8. You can see it get a bit more there. Setting 9. Setting 10. Setting 11. So as you can see, I mean, the 11 is really bright. So, you know, too bright for this time of morning. So we'll wind it back. I'd probably say setting 7 would be perfect for this time of morning. But I mean, just look at it. You just look at that red dot, and the precision in the Schmidt & Bender scopes is what I love about them. Everything's just so clear and precise. Alright guys, so the sun is only just coming up on the farm here, so we've got some pretty still conditions here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fire 3 shots there at 50, and then still keeping the same point of aim. I want to move the actual reticle to the right. Okay, we're going to go 20 clicks. So If it's a 50 yards there and it's 1 click equals 1 centimetre at 100 yards, then 1 click should equal half a centimetre at 50 yards. So if we go over 20 clicks, it should be 10 centimetres across, and then we'll go back and we'll make sure that we're right on as well. So let's put this scope to the test. Okay, so we'll move it to the right 20 clicks, and now another 3 shots. Same point of aim, just to the left target. Okay, now 20 clicks back to the left, and another 3 shots. And yep, we're right on. Alright guys, so let's have a look at the target. So we started off with 3 shots here on the bottom left target. Then we moved the scope over 20 clicks to the right, fired another 3 rounds, which are there, and then we moved back another 20 clicks to the left to see if we were going to be right on, fired another 3 rounds. Look at the result, it's just hole through hole. So obviously the Schmidt & Bender is extremely precise, but this will be the real test. Let's measure between the 2 groups here. If it's 1 click equals 1 centimetre at 100 yards, as I say, it should be 2 clicks per centimetre at 50. So if we've moved 20 clicks, it should be 10 centimeters. So let's measure it. And we're pretty close. We're 97 mil, so that's pretty close, isn't it? So 9.7 centimeters. So guys, I can confidently say that the Schmidt & Bender scope is pretty precise. Alright guys, I'm going to finish up with my final thoughts on the Schmidt & Bender Zenith 1.5 to 6x42 rifle scope. Honestly guys, I can't pick out a negative with it. Like all Schmidt & Bender scopes, the only thing you can really complain about is the high price, but you do get what you pay for. Seriously, if you're looking for the best of the best in hunting scopes, I mean, this would have to be it. As I said in the intro guys, I'm not lying to you, I own 2 of these exact same scopes. Yes, it cost me a lot of money to buy them, but I put them on both of my Anschutz rifles, you know, because I think that it just tops it off with the quality that an Anschutz rifle or any high-end European rifle deserves. I love the illumination on it, you know, the different settings there. I mean, it's perfect for any time of day. You can just pick the correct brightness. I love the precision of the scope, and honestly 6 power really on a hunting rifle is all you need. You know, you really don't need to go a lot higher than that. Maybe a 3 to 9, definitely no higher. Okay, that's just my view on it, because from hunting for many years now, and when you start shooting game on the run, this is the sort of scope you want. You want something that's clear and of a lower magnification so you can pick up with the wider field of view. But anyhow guys, look, if you want to have a look at one of these, as I said, Safari Firearms are the importer here to Australia, and there are various resellers in the different state and territories. So have a look online, and I'm sure you'll be able to go in and have a look through one of these scopes, and then you'll understand what I mean about just the clarity and the precision on these scopes. Just everything about them is just spot on. You just can't complain about it, nor should you at the price they demand. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the review, so till next time, we'll catch you then.